They're saying the quiet part out loud. This is something that all social media sites do. It's a dirty secret of the industry. But Twitter is actually now admitting to it. Twitter's making it official policy that you cannot link out to other rival social media sites anymore. If you're in the world of social media and trying to get engagement, everybody knows you don't put a link off of the platform to some other site. If this video or any YouTube video pulls people off of the YouTube platform and sends them somewhere else, YouTube is not going to show that video to as many people. It's how the algorithm works. I've seen it firsthand. This is not explicitly in YouTube's terms of service or legal agreement. It's just how their algorithm works. But they're not going to say that out loud because they're not crazy. However, Twitter is saying this quiet part out loud. You know, Instagram does this too. For example, they posted a while back, hey, don't post reels with watermarks. This is their way of saying don't post your TikToks on Instagram because we don't want people going to find you on TikTok. We want you staying on Instagram. There's even rumors of them throwing a bunch of money to creators to stay on Instagram and not go to these other social media sites. Now, if this sounds like a conspiracy, it probably kind of is, but it's not really a conspiracy because it's true. It's true. It shows up in the metrics again and again and again. You'll see this big spike in views, but it's a video drawing people off platform, and then the views just die off. They're gone. And the platforms, they won't admit that they're doing this, but they will kind of hide this in their advice for how to create good content. They'll say things like engaging content doesn't lead people off site and end user sessions. And really what they're saying is, don't take away my advertising fodder. Don't take these people and put them on another platform because then we can't show them ads anymore. So that's the dirty secret in the industry. Don't link off site. Now, here's what it looks like on Twitter. If you have a link in your profile or even a link to a tweet saying something like, hey, I'm going over to Mastodon, I'm not going to be on Twitter anymore. It maybe won't even let you post that tweet. And then if it's in your profile, it's just going to hide it. It's looking for the, at Mastodon, whatever that at handle looks like for these different platforms. Some of these I haven't even heard of, and I find it really interesting that Twitter is actively acknowledging these competitors because that gives them power. Like, you had to Google some of these, and now you know about them because Twitter forbade them. It's the whole banned book philosophy. In a normal world, if you're doing something a social media platform doesn't like, maybe you're talking about topics that are unsuitable for advertising, so they don't really want you doing that, you're gonna get shadow banned. That means your account is not gonna show up in searches, your posts or your videos are not gonna be seen by as many people, they're not gonna be amplified by the platform. And this was always a myth and everyone felt like it was happening, but Twitter and these other platforms would never admit it. They wouldn't say it out loud until there was a leak, and we found out there's actual tags in Twitter like do not show up in search and do not amplify. So Twitter actually shadow bans people, but they're doing what all the other social media platforms do, and they're not admitting it. They're just saying it's a factor of the algorithm and there's some gentle tweaking on their side. It's a shadow ban. So really the big change here is not that people are getting more or less traction based on what they say. That's always been the case. That's the foundation of social media. What's happening is they're saying the quiet part out loud. They're explicitly saying, if you do things that we don't like, we're not going to show your posts. In my opinion, I kind of like this. I like to know that if I'm going to put work into something like a video, this is in my free time just for kicks on the weekend, if I'm going to put work into this, I want to know it's going to do well. Or at least I'm not going to make some unknown mistake and step on some unknown stepping stone that's going to send an Indiana Jones spike into me because I mentioned Twitter in a YouTube video or I mentioned Mastodon in a Twitter post. Like, I want to know what's okay, what can I post, what do you want me to talk about? And if there are things you don't want me to talk about, I'm okay with that, and I may still post it, but I'm going to do it knowing I'm not going to get the traction like I normally would. I like not having to skirt and tiptoe around the algorithms, hoping I don't make it mad. Like, just tell me how it works, and heck, I'm an engineer. I'll game it a little bit, sure, and people are going to game it, but fix it. We can always protect against gaming. What we as creators and people using these platforms want to know is just tell me what's going to work and what's not. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with that. That's really what it comes down to is, yeah, it's controversial. Yeah, a lot of people are mad. And yeah, there's a controversy here and a conspiracy theory, but this is actually like bringing it to light. So whether or not you like this decision, and honestly, I don't like this decision. I don't like that it's happening, But I also like that I'm being told it's happening instead of it just happening behind my back and without users knowing. This is the cost of transparency. They're going to make decisions that we collectively as an internet community don't like, but transparency means we get to see it happening, we get to provide feedback, and maybe we get to make some changes. Look at the whole verified situation. I'm not going to go there, but holy moly, it's like on my LinkedIn. You can go check it out. See that right there? Did you catch that? Because I've been studying YouTube and I've been making YouTube videos, I know that if I point you to my LinkedIn page, it's going to hurt this video. Don't close this video to go look me up on LinkedIn. Open it in a new window and keep this video playing so I get the view time, which helps my video do better with the algorithm. See, this is why the transparency is important. And I'm not saying you have to agree with it. I'm not saying you have to like these decisions or even stay on these platforms that are making decisions you don't like. But I am saying that if you want transparency, it's going to include decisions we like and decisions we don't like. And we each have to decide whether or not that is worth it for us. Oh yeah, also, if platforms don't listen to their users and just do what they think is best all the time, see you later.